Well, thank you all very much for coming to this very important event. We really appreciate you all being here and supporting this press conference. My name is Michael Martelli with Living Hope for Life, and standing behind me is a coalition that represents concerned citizens from all across Maryland who care about women's health, women's safety, citizen safety, and the safety of all Marylanders. We have several speakers, and at the very end we'll have a time for question and answer, so if you have any questions, just hold them till the end and we'll give everyone an opportunity. Regardless of your position on abortion, Steven Bingham is a safety hazard to women everywhere, not just Cecil County, but New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, all across the region. Even Vicky Saporta, who's the head of the National Abortion Federation, said that his record is the most egregious one I know of in the field, and she has even supported the closing down of his clinics. This man's license has been revoked in New York City, in New York, the state of New York. It's been revoked in Florida. It was allowed to lapse in Georgia and California, and he voluntarily surrendered it in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania ordered his clinics to be closed down because they were employing unlicensed caregivers. This man does not even have a medical license in the state of Maryland, yet he was practicing medicine here, if you call what he does medicine. Both Brigham and his cohort, Nicola Riley, have spent time in jail. In this August, a woman named DB arrived at the Elkton emergency room in very bad shape, in a personal vehicle, we might add. She had a perforated uterus, and her bowels had been pulled into her birth canal. She was flown to Johns Hopkins for emergency surgery, where her life was saved. This event started in New Jersey, where the local laws say that any abortions that are started over 18 weeks must be done in a surgical facility, which Steven Bingham does not operate. So what he actually did was start these abortions in his clinic up in New Jersey. He would take a group of women and put them in personal vehicles and drive them down across Delaware and into Maryland to the clinic here in Elkton, where he would finish those procedures. Brigham has actually admitted to doing this and to doing abortions in Maryland, even though he doesn't have a medical license. However, he has argued that he believed it was legal for him to do this as long as the Dr. Shepard was in the office with him. Dr. Shepard is 88 years old. He is a disabled physician, and he is listed as the physician of record on many of these abortions. So by listing a doctor in the state of Maryland, Brigham thought that he could come into our state and do abortions. We also have proof of a medical student who has been with Steven Bingham this year, who has claimed to have seen him perform at least 50 abortions in the state of Maryland between January and August. The Maryland Board of Physicians ordered a cease and desist order on Steven Bingham on September 9th. They suspended Nicola Riley and Dr. Shepard's medical licenses, and the police raided his facility, which is just around the corner from here. And when they raided that facility, they found 35 babies that were aborted, late-term abortions done right here in Cecil County, up to and including 36 weeks, 4 weeks before the due date. Now, the reason that we're here is Operation Rescue, which is a national organization, has issued a complaint and a request for information to State's Attorney Christopher Eastridge's office, trying to understand when criminal charges are going to be filed for the multiple different crimes and felonies that have been committed by Steven Bingham in this area. We have evidence in hand, and we're calling on the State's Attorney to issue those criminal charges immediately. We can't wait for the Board of Physicians. We can't wait for anything. This is extremely important, not just to the town of Elkton, not just to Cecil County, but to the entire state of Maryland. If we don't make a statement and bring criminal charges against these people, Cecil County and Maryland can become a haven for hacks and butchers like Steven Bingham with no regard to public safety. There's precedents being set recently in Massachusetts and Florida where criminal charges were brought against abortionists that were not following the law. So once again, this united coalition calls on Cecil County State's Attorney Christopher Eastridge to file criminal charges immediately against Steven Bingham and to pursue the maximum punishment available under the law. Thank you very much. We're going to let each speaker introduce themselves to you, and once again at the end we'll have some time for question and answer. Thank you very much. Once again, to reiterate, as we've heard multiple times, that this coalition here today, we come together and we call for State's Attorney Christopher Eastridge to file criminal charges, criminal murder charges, and felony charges against Steven Bingham for the acts that he has perpetrated in the state of Maryland and in Cecil County this year since January. There's no reason to delay. We need to act swiftly and decisively. Thank you very much for joining us today.